My name is Katie Senft. I am an assistant specialist for UC Davis. Today we are going out sampling for periphyton, which is an attached algae that is on the rocks in the nearshore area of Lake Tahoe. So when we arrive on location, we're going to go ahead and hop in the water with our dry suits on. The water is very cold this time of year, so it's nice to stay warm and dry. We're going to hop in, snorkel over to our sampling site, and we're going to look at the periphyton growth on the rocks. We're going to measure the filament length, so the height of the algae off the rock. We're going to look at percent cover, take a couple photos, and some of our sites we collect samples as well.
My name is Scott Hackley. I'm with the UC Davis Tahoe Environmental Research Center, and I'm a staff research associate. There's a couple of different types of algae in the lake. There's the attached algae, which grows attached to rocks and things, and then there's a floating algae, which is called phytoplankton. And that phytoplankton is throughout the lake. Through the years, the attached algae has been one of the signals or one of the things that people using the shoreline have noticed. Back in the 1960s, they noticed a sharp increase in the amount of attached algae along shore. So that was also a time when the lake was being pretty rapidly developed. So during that period of development, there was a good amount of erosion that carried sediments and nutrients into the lake, and it's the nutrients which cause the algae to grow. So it was a sign in the 1960s that the lake was changing a bit, and in response to the heavy development.
I'm Brant Allen. I work for UC Davis and I'm a staff researcher. Right now the water's about 43 degrees. We get in, we get cold, we get out. Wind tends to keep us off more than cold, so it can be cold and snowing and we'll come out, but if it's really blowing hard, then we tend to stay on shore. For the sampling, it's really difficult. When your hands go numb, you can't use the samplers very well. So that's kind of when I get out is when I can't move my fingers anymore.
We sample periphyton in the spring because it's when the growth is at its highest. My hands and feet are usually the first things to thoroughly freeze, but when you hop in the water and it hits you, your face, it's like an ice cream headache sometimes. It's so intensely cold.